You have to understand first of the background of the internet, where it came from and what we are dealing with. The internet was first designed as a communication methodology between universities. It was an ability to share information across a standard platform. By 1993, 1% of all bidirectional communication was going through the internet. By 2003, that number had risen to 53% of communication going through the internet, of bidirectional telecom type communication. Now we are seeing 97% of all communication going through the internet. Net neutrality was the ability for three primary things. The first is blocking. The ability for a service provider could not discriminate against any lawful content. Throttling, the ability for an internet provider to not throttle down or have a prioritization of one traffic over another. And the third was paid prioritization. And the paid prioritization is where a company that has or paid for a particular service has a prioritization. Prioritization of traffic was first developed for companies where, let's take for example a hospital. There's a lot of different type of traffic on a hospital network. If you have specific traffic to an EMR or electronic medical records, that traffic could be prioritized over somebody checking their Facebook status. So within an organization on their networks, they were able to prioritize traffic specific to the business. Large ISPs like Verizon want to be able to use that same technology to have paid subscriptions. If you want social media, for example, you would be able to pay for Twitter or Facebook or have a larger bandwidth available for social media versus a smaller company that does not have the ability to pay for those larger subscriptions or bandwidth to their sites. They could begin to utilize the same practices that we saw in cable television, where you had particular packages. Okay. So you could buy a package enabling you to access particular types of information on the internet. Problematic regulations are that the internet was being treated as a utility. So it was regulated as a utility, not a consumable product like cable. So you had the ability to deregulate so all traffic had the same prioritization. Now with the removal, it can be treated as a consumable item and can be billed or packaged by different levels of subscription to the service.